Being a scientist to me is being able to change what we think we cannot change.
Women in Science program means a lot to me because it gives me a great opportunity to meet wonderful researchers from different disciplines.
Being a scientist is really exciting because it's what I've always dreamed to do. As a kid, I was very curious and I was always asking how things work. And then I discovered that the human body is an amazing machine and we know very little about how it really works.
I've always wanted to be a scientist, so the fact that I am a scientist today means I've lived the dream.
The Salk Women Science program is really important to the community. It's important for women to see that other women are innovating in science and the STEM industries. Certainly particularly young women who can see the opportunity that they one day could be that investigator, but also in our community. I think for all of us to recognize the contributions that women investigators are making here.
Thank you so much. You're doing such important stuff.
I support the Salk Women and Science program because I have spent my entire scientific career at this institute and I owe this institute all my professional successes. The main question was always, how did you manage to balance your career and your family? So any programs that helps them gain visibility, get funding is extraordinarily helpful.
It's just really important to create those networks that get the recognition for those women, but also the support. And oftentimes, still today, men have more networks that create those opportunities. And so we just need to continue to make sure that women have those opportunities too, and that we can create those networks to support them and to ensure that they can do great work as well.
I think it's very important to support diversity in science. Science often rewards and supports the already established scientists that are in the field, but it's important to not forget that a lab is not composed of a single scientist. It's composed of many scientists that are working together to solve the greater problem and goal of the lab. And that's why I think it's important to support programs like Salk Women in Science, because it does promote diversity in science.
Being a scientist means answering my curiosity. I'm a curious kid and I love finding answers. I think overall the Salk Women in Science program, with all the generous donors, enables researchers like me to conduct high-risk, high-impact research.
The funding that I got from the Women in Science Award allowed me to pursue my very own line of research. To establish my own little niche. Thanks to this award, I was able to conduct some preliminary research.
The Women in Science events have been really nice and it has given me the possibility to interact with successful women in science, but also not only in science, that have shared their experience, have given advice on how to pursue your career. So it's great in terms of networking, mentoring, but also seeing that it's possible to be a woman in science.
Beyond just the funding, the opportunity to hear from these women investigators and how they're thinking about exploring this new scientific frontier. It's really exciting to have that opportunity to interact with them, to hear how they're thinking, but also the audience to interact with each other and to meet other people in the community that have a real interest in seeing this innovation occur. It's just so important that we continue to support basic science research, and that's going to lead to the ultimate innovations that we'll all hopefully take advantage of in the next 50 years in terms of medicine and health.